Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Boston Celtics beat the Chicago Bulls 123-98 last night in somewhat of a revenge game. Jason Tatum had his best game of the season, posting a 40-point triple-double. So let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Jason Tatum, again, posted a 40-point triple-double, 43 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists with 9 made threes. The last player, there's only 2 players in NBA history to do that. Jason Tatum, of course, is one of them, and the other is James Harden. So here, he gets a rebound, of course, 16 rebounds, 6 straight double-doubles for Jason Tatum. He's in the 99th percentile in defensive rebounds in the NBA. He averages about 9 per game, and about 8 of those are on the defensive side of the ball. So he's not getting a lot of offensive rebounds, but he is really crashing the defensive glass. And of course, right there, you got the pass from Jason Tatum. His decisiveness, and I have a video of Jason Tatum saying that he's one of the more underrated passes in the league. If you haven't seen that, I'll put that somewhere. But his decision making and the accuracy and the placement of his passes has heightened this season, and it's just so crazy to think that he could take another playmaker jump, and he just continues to improve his game. Here off the offensive rebound, tap back by Luke Cornett, shoots a laser right into Derek White. Now, Tatum did hit 9 threes in this game on good efficiency, 9 for 15, but there is still something to be said about how unstoppable he is when he decides to just put his head down. Like, in this game, there were clear moments where Tatum was just like, yeah, your guys are not better than me, and that damn near goes for everybody else in this league. Like, I don't think anybody can check Jason Tatum. Of course, it's easy to say when he's 9 for 15 from 3, but if his mentality is right, and on this play, he shot a 3 before this. They got the offensive rebound, and he said, you know what, let me put my head down. He shoots 74% at the rim and a dunk here. Alright, so the Celtics are going to run some horns lift action. So again, the quickest way to identify horns action is 2 people at the elbow. Tatum was here, but he came up a little bit because he is going to lift up to receive this pick and roll. So the first thing that's going to happen is Tatum is going to set this screen for Derek White on Zach LaVine. Then he's going to come out, lift up, get the ball, and then Luke Cornett is going to set him the screen so they can get into their own pick and roll action. So the screen right there, he lifts up. Then it's going to be Luke Cornett setting him the screen right here. And this play and the spacing on this play is super important. You got Peyton Pritchard in the corner, who is obviously a great 3-point shooter. You got Jaylen Brown, who is a great scorer and a good 3-point shooter. And the ability and the quickness that Luke Cornett gets out of his screens with, he's super effective when he dives. Luke Cornett, I love you so much. Please don't die. When he dives, and he's super effective in that short roll too. So when he dives, it puts so much pressure on that tag man there, which right there is going to be Lonzo Ball. So as he dives, you got Lonzo Ball stepping all the way up off of Peyton Pritchard, and Tatum does not end up passing the ball in this possession, but it just shows how many options the Celtics have when they run things like this. Pritchard's open, you got Luke Cornett open, and I'm pretty sure if he passes the ball to Luke Cornett here, Luke Cornett is going to make the right decision, as he often does. But Tatum does not decide to pass on this possession. He hasn't shot the ball great from mid-range, but here uses the strength he's added and hits the jumper. And on a lot of nights, it's so easy to tell when Tatum really has it going, when he's hitting shots like this. So the defense can do this. If you're going to switch, so the Celtics, they bring Peyton Pritchard up so he can set the screen so Tatum can get Zach LaVine to switch on him. When you're playing the Boston Celtics, you have guys like, of course, Jason Tatum, of course, Jaylen Brown. You got Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, some nights Drew Holiday, and Sam Hauser, who's also a great shooter. When you switch, you have to switch up and into space. So that means that when this happens, Zach LaVine cannot be standing flat-footed and behind him. That is too much space. You have to switch. You have to be up to the level of the screen. Well, he kind of is, but this level isn't where Tatum's at. Now, I'm not saying you got to meet Tatum all the way up here, but you got to be at least up so Tatum doesn't think he has enough space to pull this. Now, this might have started Tatum's hot night, shooting a deep 3 like this, but the Bulls don't do a good job of guarding it. All right, so here the Celtics after made basket. The Celtics have been really effective on these early shot clock post-ups, whether it's Porzingis, whether it's Jaylen Brown. Usually it's after missed basket where, like, we have Porzingis switched on to a smaller guard, and they shoot a 3 over Porzingis, and they miss it, and Porzingis just runs back. That means that if they miss the 3 and Porzingis is checking them, he just runs back. That means they're the only guys back in transition. So it's just an easy lob for Kristaps Porzingis, and he gets a transition or an early clock post-up. Here, the Celtics do the same thing after the made basket. Somehow, some way, Kobe White is already trapped in the paint with Jason Tatum, and he just fronts it. Well, Kobe White tries to front Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, nice touch pass. He kind of Odell Beckham this motherfucker, and then goes up. Should have been in that one. All right, so we got Tatum in the high post, showing his gravity just a little bit, and it's getting the Celtics a dunking opportunity. So here we got Drew Holiday setting sort of a flex screen on a Patrick Williams right here for Jason Tatum. So he's gonna set in. Jay Tatum is gonna try to get right here. Now the Bulls do a good job of two things, right? If you're the defender of the screen setter on like a flex screen or a screen that's this close to the basket, what you want to do is you want to chuck the offensive player. So Kobe White, he's gonna hit Jason Tatum. So this guy has just like a half a second or a second more of time to get back, and this guy isn't all the way at the rim right here. So Kobe White's gonna do that. He does a good job of that. And then P. Willie does a nice job of Tatum being right here and pushing him all the way out to the elbow. But now it still doesn't really matter because Jason Tatum attracts so much attention. So look at Nikola Vucevic right here. His eyes are on Jason Tatum the entire time. The entire time Jason Tatum has the basketball, Nikola Vucevic is looking at him. Jason Tatum realizes that. He gives a quick, decisive pass to Kristaps Porzingis. Now, because Nikola Vucevic was not really focusing on Porzingis, he feels the need to have a reckless closeout because he's late. Kristaps pump fakes. This is what makes him a unicorn. His agility, his ability to attack closeouts. P. Willie is able to stunt, but he has to get back because he's guarding Jason Tatum, which allows Kristaps Porzingis to drive in a poster. All right, so in the first half, Jason Tatum had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Just a regular Tatum first half. It looked like he was gonna end with his regular 28, like 10 and like 6 assists, right? In his third quarter, he turned up, right? He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists alone in the third quarter. So they go back to this horns lift action, right? So of course you're gonna have the screen right here by Jason Tatum. Then he's gonna lift right here, and then he's gonna get into a pick and roll with Kristaps Porzingis, right? So there you got Jason Tatum. He's gonna set the screen. He's gonna lift up to the top of the key, back towards half court, and this is when things got really scary for the Chicago Bulls. Tatum was hunting anybody. Vucevic, Kobe White, the rookie, Modest Buzelis, anybody got to work in the third quarter, and you could tell Jason Tatum was hot when he was hitting these threes, and this one over Vucevic. All right, here we have a nice set by the action. Here we have a nice set by the Celtics, the professional basketball team. I wanted to just show this action that I like, but also it's just another way to show how many roles Jason Tatum plays on his basketball team. He's the play initiator. He guards the center. He was guarding Nikola Vucevic in this game, who has been a problem for us this season. And Tatum just does so many things. He can ISO, he can pass the ball, he can play defense, guard all 5 positions, and shit like that. So as Tatum comes off the Porzingis screen to get the ball on the wing, it looks like Porzingis is going to set this flare screen for Derek White. It looked like he was going to come out and flare this right here, or he's going to curl cut this all the way to the basket to put some pressure on Zach LaVine right here and create a 2-1 advantage between him and Jaylen Brown against Zach LaVine. But this screen is set so Derek White and Porzingis can go set stagger screens for Jaylen Brown. So again, the stagger screens are 2 of the exact same screens set just a little bit apart from each other. So they're facing the exact same way, they're setting the exact same screen, they just some space in between each other. So Jaylen Brown's gonna come off right here on both of these screens. So Jason Tatum, I've been saying a lot about his placement of passes, putting the ball right in the shooter's pocket so they can either get right into their jump shot or they can catch the ball and go. Again, I'll put that somewhere so you guys can watch it. It was really impressive. But here, just a very easy pass for Jaylen Brown. He pump fakes and gets to the mid-range pull-up. All right, so we got a nice clean block by Kristaps Porzingis, and Jason Tatum, of course, he had a great passing game. He had 10 assists, a triple-double, but furthermore, he assisted on 45% of the team's made baskets. His assists created 21 points, so overall, if you add up his points, 43, and his points created off his passes, 21, he was responsible for 64 points in this game, which was over half of the team's points, which was 123. So Tatum was damn near half of the offense in this game, and a good no-look pass right there in transition to Derek White. Derek White kind of turns his head a little bit, not expecting the ball to come, but Tatum sees him open. He kind of panics right there a little bit because he doesn't see Derek White looking at him, but then they eventually connect for the layup. And we all know when Tatum decides to put his head down in transition, he could be a one-man fast break here, scoring easy on Kobe White. And this is just absurd, man. How many 6'9", 6'10" guys can hit 9 threes, but then ISO has the tight handle like that, and then the dunk? Oh my, Slim. That is a man's jam. I don't mean to steal Iron Eagle shit, but that's a real man's jam. And y'all been able to hide from me for a little bit. Jalen Smith, you ain't hiding from me this time, buddy. We got to put the light on you, big guy. we gotta put the light on you, because that's the second time a Jay done did something crazy to you in that paint, brother. Them Jays don't like Jalen Smith, but it's just crazy that Jason Tatum can do this at his size and be a silky smooth shooter. The in and out right there gets Kobe White off his feet and dunks on Jalen Smith. And this is kind of when you know the game is over, and Tatum is like, he's gonna hit about 80% of shots he takes. When he's shooting that shit and he's making it, it's just one of those nights. And again, he had 18 points in the third quarter, so the poster dunk and some of the threes before that, you could kind of see it trending. But when Tatum is just hunting people, hunting Modest, hunting Kobe White, hunting Vucevic, and he's just shooting over them, and then there's sometimes he's attacking, he's showing the full game. And here's just the decision making and the type of pass that he chooses here. So he's recognizing and reading everything on his fast break as he's running. So he knows, I don't know when he knows Al Horford is running with him, but somehow he recognizes that this is Al Horford and that Kobe White is on him, right? So he's not going to drop a bounce pass to Al Horford with Kobe White on him. He's not going to do that, right? He's going to float it up. I'm still trying to figure out when he saw Al Horford. I guess it's just like a chemistry thing, or they could be talking. You know, I can't hear the shit, but he does a nice job of putting the pass where Al Horford can get it and it leads to a layup. And I got a lot of love for Lonzo Ball, man, but when you get I think Cornette was coming up to set this screen, and Tatum was just like, nah, I don't need that. End of the shot clock. I usually like when Tatum attacks at the end of the shot clock, but when you got 15 points, and I think he was like 7'8" in the third quarter, so he only missed one shot. And when you're that hot, and then you get the cross step back three to end the third quarter. All right, so we got a nice two-man game here with Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis. He sets the first screen, then he's gonna flip it so Tatum can get a little bit more space. The nice pocket pass by Tatum puts it exactly at the right time in the right place for Kristaps Porzingis to get it on a mismatch and shoots over Patrick Williams. Man, I'm catching everything. I feel like a mall cop on his first day. They shouldn't have gave me a flashlight. Watch Modest Buzelis on this. Okay, first, hold on. So we got a two-man game between Tatum and Porzingis. They get Nikola Vucevic. He wasn't ready from the start. That's fine. On Jason Tatum, not a good matchup for him. That's expected, right? But watch Modest Buzelis as his ball's in the air. Again, they shouldn't have gave me a flashlight because now I see everything. Watch how demoralizing this shot is to the young rookie. damn near pulling his head. Oh shit. Hold on. Hey, I ain't know I could do this. But look, yeah, nah. But Tatum was just unstoppable in this game. The way the Celtics just let him rock, and like he's not always isolating like this. Now he leads the league in most isolation possessions, but the Celtics still find ways to drive and kick, still find ways to move the ball, and the isolations are less of these when Tatum is not like scorching hot. It's him coming off a screen, coming right here and isolating. But sometimes it is them hunting the seal in their killer wheel offense, and anybody checking Tatum was a seal tonight. And of course, no better way to end it off than with another deep three. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it to everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.